Hello, this is Stephen Choyles, TeamFairness.com, Church of Fairness, the World Fairness Agreement. That's what it's about. So, I ordered a product from Amazon, and it's made in China. And it's inexpensive and very functional. It's engineered well. This is not how things used to be. The products from China were poor. So something's changed. That the Chinese government and people are working together well. They might become the leading world power even. It's possible. USA is continually worried about China's military power and it's from the unity of the people where their power comes from. So let's look at where this unity came from. It came from communism. And where did communism come from? Well, it came from Marxism. So we'd have to keep looking further back to the root of things to get to the beginning of it. But I don't want to do that. I want to just focus on today in China and what would be the case had fairness been the policy. So the unity they have is forced upon them. If you look into the forced submission of the people forced upon them by the Communist Party, there's just a whole string of events that have taken place to bring China to where it is today. So let's look at the first communist takeover, and imagine what would have happened if we would have had the World Fairness Agreement. Well, obviously, China had problems from the outside world that caused them to want to unify under a tyrant, an authoritarian government, to force unity. It's chaos. It's not planned out. Like the products that they're making now, they're planned out, they're functional. There's a lot of thought that goes into it, creative ideas. So the people are not being told what to do totally, or they wouldn't be able to design new products. They're told to be creative, to come up with new things. We're capable of coming up with new, better ways as a species. We're capable of learning new things. So we're capable of learning the World Fairness Agreement. And we're capable of learning how to get along with the law of fairness as the only boss, as the law of fairness. Thou shalt not do anyone wrong. That's it, nothing else. So if we would have had it back then, the problems that caused China to want to gain power, military power, to protect their people from the other people that were warring against them, it's the same story everywhere. So if we'd had the World Fairness Agreement, we'd see the entire world as being one, and all the people as being one. And that all the world has agreed to not do anyone wrong. And the problem would not have started in the first place that brought about Chinese authoritarian rule. The World Fairness Agreement was put online just prior to Russia invading Ukraine, a month or so before Russia invaded. If we would have had the World Fairness Agreement enacted, Putin would have said, there's some things that are not fair with what's happened, and help me make everything fair to everyone. And we're going to create fairness for our people, and we want to help create fairness for the Ukrainian people. There's a lot of allegations of corruption in Ukraine, criminal activity from elite people, from wealthy people. Well, if they would have had the World Fairness Agreement, the corruption would stop, because all the unfairness would stop, because people want to help other people. We're not fighting each other in this scenario. We're helping each other. We're not hating the other people. We're helping the other people. We're not trying to take over the world. We're trying to improve the world. So, how long is it going to take until the world puts into effect the World Fairness Agreement? I don't know. I have a lot of opposition. I'm being demonized because I'm outspoken against unfair religion, unfair government, unfair, you name it. If it's unfair, I'm speaking against it. I'm pointing the finger at the unfairness. So with the Church of Fairness and the two-aspect God, people that believe in a theistic God of all intelligence and power, who designed and created everything, and I'm telling them, I have a different opinion. I believe something else. There was no intelligence in the first place. That's what atheists believe. And so the God that I'm devoted to, serving, it's all powerful in that everything is one thing. And so this pen is all powerful because it's an aspect of the one that's all powerful. There's no separate things. There's just the all-powerful oneness. And in the first place, it just had all power. Energy happened, apparently from the Big Bang, something like that. So we're learning how it happened. So from the early universe, life evolved, and the mind evolved via the brain, the nervous system that evolved, with no designer. So I'm demonized. They think I'm of the devil. And the way things are reversing, the devil's the good guy here now, because the devil's with me and it's helping me bring about the World Fairness Agreement. The devil agrees to the World Fairness Agreement, whatever that. I say that because I was told from my spirit guide that the devil's with me now. I don't notice any difference. It's like it's chosen. It's like she is the devil, so to speak. The opposition to the religions that are destroying our planet. She's an extraterrestrial, apparently. I don't know. So they were telling me this story. A lot of it is just stories, and they're dreadful stories. And I'm telling her last night in my dream, I don't believe any of this. And she's like, good, just listen to the story. All right. It was sad, some really sad things. So, one of the stories she told me is where Satan came from. And there was a man that they had chosen to work with, like similar to how they're working with me as a chosen one. So they're telling me I'm the Christ of the Revelations. because they chose me to work with. It doesn't mean that it's going to be tomorrow. It doesn't mean that there isn't other Christ that they've chosen to work with, but right now they insist just me. That's them. That's their doing. I don't know if it's true or not. They tell a lot of stories. So Satan was a guy they were working with that took the power that he developed and his position and his knowledge, and he wanted to rule the world himself. And so this is where Satan came from. And it's basically like the Lord. It can be, if you look at the Lord or as Jesus in a negative sense, as an authoritarian tyrant, then Satan is that. But you can also look at the guy that was once a tyrant, and now he's joined with the World Fairness Agreement. So now the Satanists are the good guys, and the Christians are the bad guys. I'm demonized. So what? My goal in life is to have some fun, you know? So after listening to all this sad stuff, real or imagined, my conclusion this morning was, I'm going to have some fun. And so I'm in the process of getting my Lion's Mane production underway, and I'm using some new ideas in it. The world of mushroom growing is new, and it's like people just do the same thing that was done. They learned how to do it from being taught, and there might be some innovative things that can happen. I know they're starting to use machinery, where before the only machine involved was the people growing the mushrooms, and now they're automating it, making large farms with gourmet mushrooms. That's already been done with the common mushrooms in the store. When I was younger, there was only like one kind of mushrooms that you could buy in the store. That was it. They'd learned how to grow them, mass produce them. And it was like the first mushroom that they learned how to mass produce. So things change. We learn how to do things. And my challenge is to be able to come up with making a profit and I live in a motel room because I'm basically in poverty. I have to drive Uber to pay the bills along with my Social Security check that Trump is threatening. So my goal here is to get profitable with selling Lion's Mane, and the next one I want to grow is shiitake because I think they're my favorite mushroom to eat of any of the mushrooms I've ever eaten. Morels are really good too, but we don't know how to grow morels under captivity very well. That could change. We're learning lots of things. So the shiitakes are wonderful. And I like to just, with the Lion's Mane or the shiitakes, I saute them in olive oil. I'm vegan, so I use olive oil, a little bit of soy sauce. You don't need very much. It really goes, it's strong tasting. The mushrooms like multiply the flavor of the soy sauce times 10. So it doesn't, it's just a little bit, and you can put minced onions or garlic with it. Use your imagination on it. But just the olive oil and the soy sauce for seasoning, sliced like 1/4 inch slices. Saute them till they're brown. Excellent. And it's so easy to do. And you just need to buy you some Lion's Mane. Or shiitake. I haven't tried a lot of the new gourmet mushrooms. I like the oyster mushrooms too. They're really good. So anyway, it's fun, and it's something to keep your mind occupied with that. The byproduct of this is happiness. The byproduct of caring about everyone, practicing the ideas in the Church of Fairness. Give yourself to this all-powerful, because that's what you are. It's rather like an illusion that we have this separate identity in this reality of oneness. So our unity, our individuality emerged within. It's within it, permanently, eternally within the one all-powerful. And because we care about others, it cares about others. Because whatever's going on within it is it. It has a self, and it's our self. So humans have one self that I think it evolved. The first species that developed a brain and a mind, and it took on the observation of its independence reality, and it said, I exist, I'm something. You know, it's like you can see dogs, cats have a rudimentary idea of self. They know that they're an individual. So the self that we use, all of us use the same self, we're born with it, and then we have different personalities, different bodies, and we live in different places and so forth. But it's the same consciousness within all the species and all the people. And it's the self. And because the universe is one thing, when there's a self anywhere, the self is everywhere. So the universe became conscious when life evolved consciousness. Now it's conscious. So now we have an emerged God, and God is the part of us that's like a higher self, the part of us that cares about others, that relates to not doing others wrong. And it's real. It's very real. And we're connected to extraterrestrials that are supporting us within. And what you see is what you get. It's like what do they give us? They give us visions. It's real common for humans to have visions from these beings. They can give you a dream of the future. You know, deja vu. Everybody's had deja vu. You go through this experience for a few minutes, a minute maybe. I'm sure this has happened before. I just can't quite remember. My idea is that it was given to you in a precognitive dream, either the night before or sometime before the event happened, and you cannot remember the dream. And then the exact thing happens, what you were shown the future in a dream state while you were asleep. When it happens, you can't remember the dream. So we have the experience of deja vu. So if we get this world united, Team Fairness is winning. Everywhere I go, my consciousness changes the consciousness of the people around me. And I'm demonized by the ones that are against me because of religious views primarily and political views. So I'm still in process of convincing them that they have a better way, that they can be happy by agreeing to not do others wrong, including me. And it's starting to happen, but like today I'm told they want me in Salt Lake. I went to Salt Lake yesterday, and early on the people were all very peaceful. Drivers were very cooperative with each other, helping each other. No road rage at all. And then a little later on in South Salt Lake, it had reverted back to warfare mode again. So I'm aware that my presence is changing things in the local area. I've noticed this in stores before. So here again, I'll be demonized in the stores, and then they'll realize that I'm causing something good. And so they're like, oh, you're okay, you can be here. And in the past, I was, talking too much. trying to be a catalyst for change and pushing the envelope too much. And I'm sorry, please forgive me. So now I'm working on no more talking to myself. Driving truck over the road all by myself, I developed the habit of talking to myself. And I didn't care because it was helping me. So I did it. But I can do it, I can get the same help with just thinking the words rather than vocalizing the words. So I can organize my thoughts by putting them into language in my mind without saying the words. So I'm doing a lot better. It's a pretty difficult habit to stop. Habits are difficult to stop. So we're in the habit of fighting wars against each other and thinking that we have to dominate. It's a habit. And we can learn a new habit, the habit of fairness. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Have some fun.